Go join him.
Quickly! In the Special Forces, our punishments are severe. There's a bucket with some nasty-ass water in there. Any mistakes made in training can turn into disastrous effects on the battlefield where lives are lost. One by one, you're taking a full bucket and pouring it on them. Go! We use shame to retain.
From the toilet.
When you mess up, we correct you hard. Have we learned a lesson, course?
Yes.
Head back to the barracks. Go.
Stupid.
We're all idiots.
We all just really didn't care for a minute. Like, we all knew it was honestly stupid.
This whole course is about control. We lost it.
Lost control. I should have listened to you, Chanel. Should have listened.
Next time.
Right now, you're like a demented yucca plant.
The rope is on my helmet.
I didn't give a stop answering back. Go! Pays to be a winner. This is brutal.
Randall! Get it from him!
Get it! That's it!
You're supposed to be an athlete. 6. Get it up.
Why are you crying?
It's so hard.
Doc returns with an enthralling new episode you have to see to believe. Tuesday, November 4th on Fox.
You're watching Ozarks First, Fox 49. The Ozarks First Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Straight ahead here on your news at 9, the completion of this major bridge project in West Springfield has been pushed back. How drivers and businesses are feeling the impact from that delay. And 2 people have been charged after several violent crimes at a nightclub in West Springfield. What we know so far about the shooting and the assaults being reported. And then later.
I think he's willing to make a deal. We'll see.
Ukraine targets one of Russia's biggest oil refineries just hours after President Trump announced some new sanctions. We're breaking down the details as that war drags on. Your news at 9 starts right now.
This is Ozarks First News at 9.
Seems to be all our projects kind of tend to wait longer and longer as they go on.
And we're learning tonight from MoDOT that the completion of the Sunshine Bridge project there in West Springfield has been delayed. Great to see you here tonight at 9. I'm Mike Landis. Now, officials are now saying the span will not be open to traffic until the end of the year. The project to replace that 60-year-old span began back in August and was set to be done by the beginning of December. Ozarks First Michael McLaughlin is live at the construction site. Michael, you talked to one driver and a business owner about the impacts they're having and seeing because of this delay already.
Right, so MoDOT says that the delay is due to construction progress as well as recent weather issues. And with the part of Kansas Chestnut Expressway being closed this week, a lot of those remaining detours are starting to get backed up.
Definitely having to go down all these side roads like Bennett and all that kind of stuff has slowed it down.
Wyatt Hill says the delay is disappointing, but he's not surprised.
Springfield, it kind of happens. It seems to be all our projects kind of tend to wait longer and longer as they go on.
With a week-long closure on Chestnut in place, detour options are shrinking.
Chestnut is also another main road that everyone takes, so closing that down just limits another main road that a lot of people would take.
Hill tells me other routes like Bennett are getting more congested as a result.
It's huge. People are crazy. I mean, it's never been this busy ever.
Herson Aparicio has operated his business near the bridge with other food vendors for years. He tells me the project continues to affect sales.
We've been here almost 3 years, and wintertime is always a battle for a food truck's owner. So now with the constructions been slow 3 months before the wintertime, 4 months before the wintertime, it's going to put us in a bind.
With the most recent delay, Aparicio tells me he's been looking into other options.
I've been considered about, go either more south or more southeast, since there's a lot of work going on almost on the west side, northwest side of the Springfield. But yes, I've been thinking about it just to try to survive.
I'm also told that the contractor is working 6 days a week in order to regain that lost time, and most drivers won't be able to see them since they're working underneath the bridge. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Michael McLaughlin, Ozarks First.
Last year, retailer Big Lots went bankrupt and closed all of its stores across the country, including several right here in Southwest Missouri. Well, the 2 spots in Springfield have not stayed empty for long. Ollie's Bargain Outlet is opened in the old Big Lots on East Battlefield. It's part of that national chain's expansion into our area. Now, earlier this month, you might recall, Ozarks First reported that the other former Big Lots in town, out on North Kansas Expressway, was being converted into a Tractor Supply Company store. A TSC spokesperson told us that new North Springfield store will have a soft opening on November the 15th. Time now for a check of our forecast here at 9:04. We're looking over the skies of Springfield right now. Things are fairly calm and certainly dry out there, but not going to be staying that way for long. We're going to check in with Jamie. And Jamie, we've been needing some more rain, and it sounds like we're going to have plenty to go around before it's all said and done.
We're going to have opportunities for it. In fact, it's already starting to show up right now to the west here in eastern Kansas and central areas of Oklahoma. It doesn't look like much right now, but it's the beginning, and we're also see the beginning of the increase in clouds. We probably, or you may have noticed them at sunset, that high cloudiness, that bank of high cloudiness moving in from the west. Well, it continues to overspread southern Missouri and northern Arkansas. 58 degrees currently in Springfield. By morning, we're down close to 50. I don't expect a lot of rain in the morning hours. I think just sprinkles. As we work into the afternoon, there will be a better chance of some steadier showers. It looks like temperatures tomorrow will struggle to warm through the 50s, but I think there'll be enough of a break in the rain for us to get up near 60 for a daytime high. Dreary days, cool temperatures, damp conditions. Those 3 things we're going to find through this upcoming weekend. We'll talk more about that, rainfall totals, and maybe even colder weather later next week. Mike?
All right, see you then, Jamie. Well, a house fire in Branson has left 1 woman dead and sent another man to the hospital. The crews responded to a home on Oklahoma Street around 4 Thursday morning. When firefighters got there, they found 1 man had gotten out okay, saying that a second person was still inside. Despite life-saving efforts, she was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators say a cord powering a space heater likely caused that fire. A man from McDonald County is charged with a drunk driving and causing a deadly crash in Carthage. You see the wreckage right there. Prosecutors filed a dozen charges against Mark Mendez Hernandez, who they say ran a stop sign and slammed into another car, killing Gail Wade from Joplin. His wife, Glenda Wade, was airlifted to a hospital in Springfield in critical condition. Police say Mendez Hernandez tried to leave the scene, and that's when he was arrested. They add that his driver's license had been revoked 7 times over the past 2 years, and he was on probation for a persistent DWI conviction from January. Well, tonight, 2 separate investigations surrounding recent violence outside of a popular nightclub in West Springfield. 2 men have now been arrested and charged following altercations outside of Club Rodeo on Bennett Street. Police were called out to the club this past weekend when a woman was shot outside the venue and taken to the hospital. Zachary DeGranfreight has been charged in that case with unlawful use of a weapon, and Greene County prosecutor Dan Patterson says that more charges could be added as the case continues. Meanwhile, prosecutors say in August, this man right here, Hunter Rogers, confronted a person in the club over a female. Rogers is now charged with first-degree assault. He's being held on a $100,000 bond. Now, a statement from police say Rogers is also connected to another assault that happened in January of this year at Club Rodeo. The rescue of 30 small terrier dogs and a blind pony in Fenton is putting a lot more pressure on the already overcrowded St. Louis County Animal Shelter. Authorities there found the animals during a recent welfare check. The property owner agreed to give up the animals to the custody of animal control. Officials say some of the dogs seem to be in decent shape, but others are clearly malnourished.
I think this speaks to the volume and the importance of public health, our priority, our need to make sure that we provide safe housing, humane housing to the animals. And once we get up to 200, it's crisis every day, trying to get the population numbers down.
St. Louis County is now investigating possible animal cruelty charges against the owner, and they're also calling on the community to adopt or foster to help ease the overcrowding crisis. Following up tonight on a bear attack in North Arkansas that left a man from Springfield dead, test results reveal the bear shot and killed by authorities was not the one involved of mauling Max Thomas earlier this month. Thomas had been camping in Newton County, Arkansas when the attack happened. These new results say the DNA samples collected did not match the profile of the black bear that was put down. And now the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission is concerned because the bear responsible is still out there. With these new findings, the campground where the attack happened will remain closed as officials continue searching for the right animal. Coming up, the U.S. expands its strikes on what it believes to be drug smugglers in the eastern Pacific Ocean. Now, President Trump is warning he could take it even further. And then later on,
They're forcing about 2.8 million federal workers to work, but we're not paying them. That's absurd.
lawmakers on Capitol Hill shooting down more bills today as the shutdown continues. The biggest concerns moving forward as federal workers miss another week of pay.
And we're wrapping up another ideal fall day. Now it's time for a change as we get to maybe the uglier side of fall conditions starting Friday and continuing through the weekend. More on that coming up.
This is Ozarks First News at 9 with Mike Landis, Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner, and Sports with Dan Lucy.
Will beings from another world come to Earth?
Weeknights at 6 and 10 on Ozarks First.
John Wayne Heating and Air wants to save you thousands. Take advantage of 60 months no interest or $1,500 off a new system. Call John Wayne Heating and Air and save big before October 31st for 60 months no interest or $1,500 off a new system.
Gold Bond believes touch says everything. It says, I see you, I feel you, and I know you. Gold Bond. Get in touch with irresistibly touchable skin.
This lavender bow means more than words. My mom, my brother, my brother-in-law, my wife. Cancer touched them all.
And this pink bow reminds me every day of my mom, taken too soon by cancer, but also reminds me why we fight.
My gray bow's from my sister, who beat brain cancer. My pink bow's from my mom, who beat breast cancer. They're proof that hope and strength win battles too.
Every ribbon tells a story.
And every story deserves a cure.
Join us. Stand up for cancer awareness.
Dreaming of the perfect kitchen? Let Southern Materials help you bring it to life. Our expert designers will guide you through every step, from inspiration and design to selecting the perfect cabinetry, countertops, flooring, tile, and plumbing fixtures. Our designers are here to help bring your vision to life. We offer solutions for any design and budget, plus special financing is available. Southern Materials, the best products for the best homes. Schedule your consultation today.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota trucks.
Right now, pick your favorite 2025 Tacoma or Tundra with APR financing starting at 1.75%. Save bucks on trucks all month long. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Advertising your local business on Fox 49 works.
At Don Vance, we love advertising on local TV. Our commercials are all about our values that our customers know us for. We're a family-owned business that cares about our community, and that shows in our commercials.
Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers take on Vlad Jr. and the Blue Jays.
Friday on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Ukraine continues to hit Russia's major oil refineries, and as the war continues to drag on, with both sides now looking for a diplomatic off-ramp. Overnight, Ukraine drones struck this Ryazan oil refinery, which is one of the largest in Russia, and the strike came just hours after President Trump announced new sanctions targeting Russia's energy industry. Russian President Vladimir Putin is criticizing the sanctions and threatening retaliation, but at the same time, the Kremlin says it wants to schedule a new meeting between Presidents Trump and Putin, hoping to get the peace process back on track.
The goal is to specify further parameters for Russian-American dialogue on joint steps toward a Ukrainian settlement.
And U.S. officials say they're also open to a meeting, but Putin first needs to show he's serious about a ceasefire.
Every one of those boats that gets knocked out is saving 25,000 American lives, not to mention the torn up families all over the country.
Well, President Trump there saying he's prepared to take his war on drug traffickers to the next level. It comes after the Pentagon hit 2 more boats in the Eastern Pacific this week. The Secretary of War says all traffickers on board were killed, bringing the total at least 37 deaths since the U.S. started targeting vessels in the Caribbean last month. Now the president implied he'll go toward Congress for authorization to strike cartels on land.
I can assure you that every one of these strikes involves boats and shipments that were tracked from the very beginning. There are hundreds of boats out there every single day, and there are many strikes that we walk away from.
The Pentagon says these strikes will continue daily until there is no longer a threat. We're going to head to break here at 9:13 with a look over Lake of the Ozarks. Certainly a calm night out there, but things could be changing up pretty quickly with some thunderstorms that could be in our forecast in the coming days. Jamie's going to break down our rain chances and details on how chilly it's about to get. Stay with us.
No car to trade in? No problem. We'll take almost anything as a trade-in. Motorcycles, scooters, ATVs, boats, bicycles. If it rolls, we give you a minimum $1,000 trade-in allowance. You're approved.
And he's got it. He's at the 10, the 5. Touchdown!
Hold up, this cheer isn't for the game. It's for the hundreds saved on their roof. Here's how you can too.
You can get $1 off per yard gained with your favorite team against a new roof of 3,000 square feet or more. And it doesn't matter if your team is professional, college, or high school, we're gonna celebrate with you.
Ransom Springfield Roof Co. Call 844-TOP-THAT.
Noah has autism, and Children's Miracle Network hospitals have covered all of his out-of-pocket expenses for occupational, physical, and speech therapies.
Children's Miracle Network hospitals has been a glimmer of hope when all other doors were shut in our face. But Children's Miracle Network Hospital, they were the ones that were there to help us.
Life can change when you least expect it. In those moments, Cox Health, a member of Children's Miracle Network hospitals, is here to help. If you or someone you know is in need of financial assistance to provide medical care for their child, please let us know. To determine if you qualify for assistance, simply go to coxhealthcmn.com and complete our application.
It's been absolutely incredible to see how far he's come.
This miracle moment is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors, a proud sponsor of Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Welcome to In the Garden of Eden, your ultimate destination for lingerie and bedroom accessories. Get ready to embrace the magic of our exquisite collection. Discover a world of elegance and seduction as you explore a huge selection of lingerie. In the Garden of Eden, your ultimate fun headquarters. This fall, embrace your beauty with savings at In the Garden of Eden. Single or coupled, our welcoming atmosphere ensures a fun and comfortable shopping experience. Fall into savings at In the Garden of Eden. Come take a bite.
Short on down payment? Maybe not. Bring in your old clunker and get a $1,500 minimum trade allowance. Push it, pull it, drag it. We want it. Your trade gets you $1,500 towards your new car. And with no credit check, you're approved.
Well, we've had a couple of really fantastic days across the area. Another picture-perfect day today. We're at the end of that day. Clouds are rolling in. Temperatures, they're not as cold as they've been at this point in previous nights, and a lot of that has to do with the cloud cover. 58 degrees currently, winds light out of the east at 9 miles per hour. Here's a look at the lows and the highs. It was cold again, a very crisp start to our Thursday. Morning lows in the upper 30s north to mid 40s south. We made it down to 42 in Springfield with an afternoon high of 70 degrees. So temperatures this afternoon running a little bit above normal. The average high is 67. We are going to get into an even cooler mode of weather, though, thanks to this incoming round of clouds and showers. Now, right now, the cloud cover that's out there way upstairs in the atmosphere. I mean, you could see through them. You could see some peaks of starshine through them. Off to the west, the clouds thicken up, and we find some showers from east of the Wichita area down toward Tulsa. Now, looking further west, you can see this area of showers spinning away here in southeastern Utah. That is an area of low pressure in the atmosphere that's going to drift southeast and into Mexico over the coming day. Ahead of it, moisture is moving north. That's why we've got rain right now in Oklahoma, moisture moving north. And that moisture will continue to spread across areas further north, like Kansas. But notice this area of drier air that continues across Missouri and into the Ohio Valley. This is low-level dry air, and we're going to have this steady feed of low-level dry air on east to southeast winds that's going to fight against this area of rain trying to move in from the west. So we're going to have a bit of a battle going on overhead, I think, on Friday, and it's going to be tough for the rain, at least measurable rainfall, to penetrate too far east into our eastern counties. So looking at our hour-by-hour forecast, overnight tonight, pretty quiet. I think tomorrow morning we wake up to sprinkles, maybe as far east as along here, along the Highway 65 corridor. Further west, this is where I think we could have some measurable rainfall early on. Notice that's where the heavier rain is during the day on Friday. And as the rain, that area of rain tries to spread east and northeast, it tends to fade away as it runs up against that wall of dry air. So I think, at least for Friday, most of the measurable rainfall is going to be near or west of Highway 65 with little to no measurable rainfall east of Highway 65. About 50 for a low tonight in Springfield. The clouds, the later timing of the rain, I think probably allowing temperatures to get a little bit warmer than earlier forecast. It looks like highs in the low to mid 60s east to, I think, probably mid to upper 50s west. We may get close to 60 here in Springfield. If you're going to a Friday night football game, weather shouldn't keep you from going. Just take a poncho to play it safe. I don't expect the showers that will be around to be, overly widespread or very heavy. I think it'll tend to be light. Temperatures will drop from 56 at kickoff down to about 53 degrees as we're wrapping up area games. Now, as that storm moves through this weekend, we don't have to worry about any severe weather risk. But if you're headed down toward places like Dallas or Shreveport, that's a different story. Here locally, we're just going to find a cloudy, showery, and cool weather pattern that's going to keep temperatures from moving very much. We're looking at lows in the low 50s Saturday and Sunday, with highs, I think, generally in the mid to upper 50s both of those days. Maybe low 60s on Monday with some peaks of sunshine. I don't expect a lot on Monday. And then on Tuesday, a chance for a few showers as some colder weather moves in, Mike. I think, while yes, we had some patchy areas of frost. What was that, yesterday morning?
Yes.
I think the frost could be more widespread with the incoming cold that we have middle of next week. So I would look for a colder, maybe frostier Thursday morning ahead of Halloween.
I would say that's the first time we've had a calendar like that where every day looks like fall. No summer sneaking in there.
Yeah, no 80s there.
Yeah, all right, thanks, Jamie. Of course, it's time now for our question of the day, where Halloween is almost here, and a lot of us are going to be carving some pumpkins. This question today is a little different. How would you rate your pumpkin carving skills? It looks like folks are giving themselves a 2.8 out of 5 stars. Let us know your thoughts on your own skills by scanning that QR code or going to our website, ozarksfirst.com/vote. We'll have that tallied up for you by the end of the show. Still ahead here tonight, farmers are pushing back against the Trump administration as they continue to struggle. What they say, Trump's tariffs are causing major losses for their farms.
Coming up tomorrow after daybreak on Unscripted, we're getting in the Halloween spirit with several spooky treats, drinks, and crafts the kids will love.
And we'll have all the details on the Carl Wayne Meekins guitar giveaway coming up Friday night at the Pierce Arrow Theater in Branson. See you bright and early tomorrow morning after daybreak.
The Ozarks First Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Our number-one goal is to put as much money as possible in our clients' pockets. That's why we aim for the biggest settlement at the lowest fee. Dr. Brad Bradshaw's law firm. The initial consultation is free, and you don't pay us anything until you win.
It was here. G4. Is it?
Because any car that doesn't offer the confidence that it will find you is a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus ES models.
When you need it built strong and built right too, call Fair and True. We're the team for you. From dream to design, from start to the end, we build it with care like we would for a friend. Honest through and through. officer, they're that brand new deck. We show up on time and we earn your respect. Craftsmanship solid in price, and that's fair with Fair and True Construction. We're already there.
In the Ozarks, your soundtrack has two sides. The legends live on. 101.3 Real Country.
This is Garth Brooks.
Hi, this is George Strait.
Hey, everybody, it's Dolly.
And for today's brightest country stars, there's a new station in Springfield, 93.7 The Stage.
Hey, what's up? It's Morgan Wallen.
Hey, it's Lainey Wilson.
Hey, this is Luke Combs.
Turn up the classics or the biggest artists right now. We've got country covered. 101.3 Real Country and the all-new 93.7 The Stage.
Congratulations.
Huh.
Hi, I'm Mia, and I worked the winnings desk at the Missouri Lottery.
Regular check or giant?
I'm going giant.
I always get so excited when they choose giant. Means I get to use my giant pen. Last year, there was a new millionaire every 8.1 days. Play the Missouri Lottery. Winners welcome.
L.J. Martin leads BYU against Rocco Beck and Iowa State.
Touchdown! Saturday on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Well, as President Trump doubles down on tariffs, Canada now says it's taking action to protect its economy. It comes ahead of potential trade talks between the U.S. and China next week. Griff Jenkins reports on that this evening.
After months of tough trade talks, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney says his country's close economic relationship with the U.S. is over.
Strengths based on close ties to America have become our vulnerabilities.
Currently, Canada is the top export destination for more than 36 states here in the U.S. But over the next decade, the country plans to double its non-U.S. exports. The Trump administration, though, says it's confident the relationship will turn around.
Ultimately, we have to put America first in this relationship. There are ways to cooperate with Canadians on things that are of mutual interest to us both.
Prime Minister Carney says it's possible the two countries could reach a deal at a summit in South Korea next week. That's where President Trump is expected to meet Chinese leader Xi Jinping. And he says he could potentially reach agreements with Beijing on everything from agriculture to nuclear power.
We'll make a deal on, I think, everything. I think we're going to make a deal on soybeans and the farmers. I think we're going to make a deal on maybe even nuclear.
But there are concerns those talks may not even happen after China escalated tensions by curbing exports of rare earth minerals.
China may not feel that it's in its interest to have any sort of constructive discussions. Now the political system in Beijing is getting worse, and that means a trade deal is less likely.
If talks are unsuccessful, President Trump has threatened China with a 100% additional tariff starting next month. In Washington, Griff Jenkins, Fox News.
There's starting to be some major pushback against President Trump from some farmers across the country. Policies and the trade war with China are upending the finances of a lot of American farms right now. China is the world's biggest soybean importer, but the country stopped purchasing the crop from America, making it unprofitable for farmers here in the U.S. To help ease the pain, the Trump administration said it would be bringing back essential workers at the USDA, unfreezing $3 billion that was already allocated in the previous budget. Some farmers say President Trump's policies are making it less likely that foreign buyers will come back, and their livelihoods are now at stake.
He's mentioned many times that he loves farmers. Right now, we need to see swift action, or we're going to lose a lot of these farmers that the president loves.
And there's the issue as well for U.S. cattle farmers. The White House says it may increase beef imports from Argentina, part of a larger $20 billion bailout for the South American nation. And still ahead here in our second half hour, a Missouri lawmaker coming up with a plan to feed families during the government shutdown. Details on the bill being pushed. Your news at 9 returns. Stay with us.
If someone hit you and you ended up here, we can help.
The Law Office of Dr. Brad Bradshaw.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. Toyota trucks.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Tacoma for just $269 a month. Save bucks on trucks all month long. Toyota, let's go places.
At Womack Monument Company, with our own highly skilled and experienced graphic artists and craftsmen, we are able to take your ideas and incorporate them into a beautiful image that reflects more about your loved one. For those you love, crafted by those who care.
Branson's Grand Village invites you to Kringle's, Missouri's grandest Christmas shop. Discover bright wonders and holiday surprises around every corner. Shop early for this year's new holiday decorations and gifts before they're gone. At Kringle's Village Treasures, you'll find unique and exciting gifts sure to bring a smile to anyone. Drop in next door at Mel's Hard Luck Diner, where the show surrounds you as we sing for your supper. Enjoy dinner favorites and satisfy your sweet tooth with Branson's best soda fountain treats. Fun music, super food, great shopping. Come see us.
At Thrasher Foundation Repair, we promise to give you an experience so remarkable, you'll give us a 5-star review. Whether you have a wet basement, bowing or cracked walls, sinking concrete, or a nasty crawl space, Thrasher's the only company you need to call. Join over 200,000 customers that have experienced the Thrasher Promise. Thrasher, local, family-owned for over 50 years. When it's time to fix your home's problems, trust the Thrasher Promise.
Heating and Air Paramedics, how may I help you?
Yeah, my furnace keeps turning on and off, and it's not heating the house. Can you send a tech?
I have a truck on the way right now, sir.
Heating and Air Paramedics. There when you need us, 24/7.
I walked in, Chase walked up, he was so helpful.
Talked to Ricky, she comes in that day, falls in love with it, and we delivered it, I believe, that afternoon.
They were super nice. They helped me move the couch that I already had.
So now she's part of the Sofa City family for life.
Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers take on Vlad Jr. and the Blue Jays.
Friday on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. Toyota trucks.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Tacoma for just $269 a month. Save bucks on trucks all month long. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back here to your news at 9:30. I'm Mike Landis. Great to have you tuning in tonight. Here's a couple of the big stories we're covering for you this evening. First up, 2 separate investigations surrounding recent violence outside of a popular nightclub in West Springfield. Last month, police were called to Club Rodeo on West Bennett. Also this past weekend, when a woman was shot outside the club and taken to the hospital. Now, Zachary Defringerfried has been charged in that case with unlawful use of a weapon. Meanwhile, prosecutors say in August, Hunter Rogers confronted a person in the club over a girl. Rogers is now charged with first-degree assault and is being held on a $100,000 bond. Explosions and fires reported overnight following a Ukrainian drone strike on one of the biggest refineries in Russia. The strike came just hours after President Trump announced new sanctions targeting Russia's energy industry, which Putin is strongly criticizing. Meanwhile, the Kremlin is pushing to schedule a new meeting between Presidents Trump and Putin, hoping to get the peace process back on track.
It seems to be all of our projects kind of tend to wait longer and longer as they go on.
And we are learning from MoDOT that the completion of the Sunshine Bridge project there in West Springfield at Scenic Avenue has been delayed. Officials now say the span will not be open to traffic until the end of the year. The project to replace that 60-year-old bridge began back in August and was set to be done by the beginning of December. Ozarks First Michael McLaughlin is live at the construction site for us tonight. Michael, you talked to a business owner and some drivers, but what is MoDOT saying is the reason for those issues out there?
Yeah, so MoDOT says that the delays are due to construction progress as well as recent weather issues. And with the part of Chestnut Expressway closed this week, a lot of those remaining detours are starting to back up.
Definitely having to go down all these side roads like Bennett and all that kind of stuff has slowed it down.
Wyatt Hill says the delay is disappointing, but he's not surprised.
Springfield, it kind of happens. It seems to be all of our projects kind of tend to wait longer and longer as they go on.
With a week-long closure on Chestnut in place, detour options are shrinking.
Chestnut is also another main road that everyone takes, so closing that down just limits another main road that a lot of people would take.
Hill tells me other routes like Bennett are getting more congested as a result.
It's huge. People are crazy. I mean, it's never been this busy ever.
Herson Aparicio has operated his business near the bridge with other food vendors for years. He tells me the project continues to affect sales.
We've been here almost 3 years, and wintertime is always a battle for a food truck's owner. So now with the constructions been slow 3 months before the wintertime, 4 months before the wintertime, it's just they're going to put us in a bind.
He tells me he also is experiencing more issues with traffic due to the closures.
I live on Grand Street, just right before you get to West Bypass, and my street, I live right off the Grand, and my street, I noticed that in the last 2 months, it's been, I want to say, 50% more traffic than normal. And right in that corner, it's just like you can see it sitting in my porch, the traffic is bumper to bumper.
With the most recent delay, Aparicio tells me he's been looking into other options.
So I've been considered about, go either more south or more southeast, since there's a lot of work going on almost on the west side, northwest side of the Springfield. But yes, I've been thinking about it just to try to survive.
I'm also told that the contractor is working 6 days a week in order to regain that lost time, and that most drivers won't be able to see the work being done as it's happening underneath the bridge. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Michael McLaughlin, Ozarks First.
It's been pretty dry in recent days. A big changeup in store, but if you look on the radar, it doesn't look like much is happening just yet.
No, it's just the beginning stages.
Yeah.
In fact, this is just the leading edge of cloud cover from a storm that's still centered back in Utah. So we've got a ways to go before the core of that thing actually even gets here, and that's not going to be until late in the weekend. Right now, just high cloudiness, but we do find thicker clouds and even some rain back toward I-35, and that's what's gradually going to build east overnight tonight. Now, currently we're sitting in the upper 50s. I don't expect temperatures to get as cold tonight as they got last night or the night before, and a lot of that has to do with the cloud cover that we're finding moving in. That cloud cover acts like a blanket at night. The heat that the earth kind of retained during the day from the sun, and well, it releases it at night, but it can't fully escape out into space. It gets reflected back to the surface by those clouds, so it tends to keep temperatures up. Looking at lows tonight around 50, I don't think we're going to see much in the way of wet weather during the morning hours. Maybe some sprinkles here in Springfield. Now, areas further west, there's going to be a bit more shower activity. Once we get to the afternoon, though, I think it'll be easier to get rain further east, and I do expect at least some light showers with afternoon highs close to 60. Mike?
All right, we'll see you soon, Jamie. This right here is a live look over the nation's capital on this day 23 of the government shutdown, and hundreds of thousands of federal workers will likely miss another week of payroll. Well, the Senate failed to pass to pay some federal workers during the ongoing shutdown, both falling short of the 60 votes needed to advance. Rebecca Castor has the update for us tonight from D.C.
We're obviously at logjam right now on dealing with reopening the government, but we should at least be able to agree, hey, let's pay the people that are showing up to work, that have been asked to work.
But that's not what happened on the Senate floor Thursday after both parties put out competing bills to pay federal workers. The Republican version would have ensured essential employees still working during the government shutdown would not have to wait until it's over to get paid, while the Democrats was a temporary solution to pay all federal staffers, including those on furlough, this pay cycle. But with neither getting enough votes, payroll is still paused for now.
They will vote against restoring paychecks to troops, Border Patrol agents, air traffic controllers, TSA agents, and all the rest.
The bill would not reopen the government, which is the only permanent solution to this crisis.
As workers begin to miss paychecks, one of the biggest concerns lies with air traffic controllers, some of whom are missing work to make money other ways.
I can't guarantee you that your flight's going to be on time. I can't guarantee you that your flight's not going to be canceled. It's going to depend on our air traffic controllers coming in to work every single day. They have to make choices, and the choices they're making is to take a second job.
And there are still no signs here that lawmakers are any closer to reopening the government. On Capitol Hill, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Senator Josh Hawley is introducing legislation to allow low-income Americans to continue getting SNAP food stamp benefits. The food aid program is set to run out of funding on November the 1st. Now, around 650,000 Missourians receive benefits from the SNAP program, and 42 million across the U.S.
And I just think it's wrong to say to 750,000 people in Missouri, sorry, you're not going to be able to feed your kids this month because Congress is in the middle of a big fight over funding and the government shutdown and this and that and the other thing. I just think that's wrong.
Hawley also introduced a new bill to reopen Farm Service Agency offices which coordinate ag programs.
100 out of millions.
An investigation into a major NBA sports betting scandal is in full swing. We're breaking down for you tonight who was arrested and why it's being tied to the mafia.
Need expert advice on your next project? At Harry Cooper Supply, our team is ready to help support your vision.
Getting your home holiday ready for family and guests? Ashley has everything you need. The more you shop, the more you save. Up to 25% off store-wide. Or no interest for 5 years. Shop in store and online. Only at Ashley.
Chevy makes America's most dependable trucks, like the rugged Colorado, the highly capable Silverado 1500, the powerful Silverado HD, and the uncompromising Silverado EV. In every Chevy truck, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Get 2.9% financing on all 2026 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or get $6,350 total value on this Silverado LT when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Chevy dealers of the Ozarks.
Thank you for being here for the News Nation Town Hall.
I want to know where you get your information. Where do those facts come from?
The News Nation special report.
News Nation is the first inside.
News Nation was the first to get this exclusive access.
You got to know as much as you can know.
News Nation allows us to be different. The idea of playing to just one side,
nope,
that's not a talent.
That's what made it so fantastic.
Be a critical thinker and be skeptical, not cynical. That's News Nation.
Celebrate beauty. Celebrate the unique and endangered. Celebrate afternoon naps or afternoon zoomies. Celebrate learning and laughing. Celebrate the past and the future. Celebrate great animals in the great outdoors at Dickerson Park Zoo.
Coming up tomorrow on Unscripted, we're getting in the Halloween spirit with several spooky treats, drinks, and crafts the kids will love.
And we'll have all the details on the Carl Wayne Meekins guitar giveaway coming up Friday night at the Pierce Arrow Theater in Branson. See you tomorrow.
The NFL on Fox. Giants.
Touchdown!
Eagles.
What a play! Sunday on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Bring home the comfort you deserve this holiday season, only from Ashley. For a limited time, save 20% off on Align mattresses by Ashley Sleep. Or upgrade to better sleep with a Tempur-Pedic mattress starting at $37 a month. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years, only at Ashley.
We're here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Cosa Nostra.
Federal officials have charged current and former pro basketball players, including an NBA head coach, in connection to illegal gambling schemes. Authorities say the arrests span across 11 states and 2 fraud cases linked to years-long illegal gambling operations. Now, in the first case, 31 people were charged, who officials say rigged illegal poker games backed by mafia families. Among them, Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, a Hall of Fame former player for the Detroit Pistons.
Defendants used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed.
In the other case, Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier and 5 others are accused of participating in a sports betting conspiracy, sharing insider information to help others win and then taking in some of the profits. The NBA says both Billups and Rozier have been put on leave.
Coming up, we're taking a look at a storm that will impact the middle of the country. We're also looking at a tropical system, Melissa, that continues to struggle in the Caribbean. But it looks like this will become a very powerful hurricane in the Caribbean. More on the track of that storm, too, coming up.
Not another cold shower. Call Junior's Plumbing now.
Junior's Plumbing installs top quality water heaters, no shortcuts, all required permits. Call Junior's Plumbing today for our low price special on water heater replacements. Don't despair. Junior's there.
So Wildhaven Homes is going to be the premier builder in Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Tennessee.
So ideally at Wildhaven Homes, we're looking for families that want a legacy. We want to go past just the idea of building cookie cutter homes and be able to do something that transcends time.
Whatever you want from a barn door perspective, we can provide that.
Why Wildhaven? Because you're going to be part of our family, and that's how we're going to treat you. And we're going to be there with you every step of the way, building your perfect Wildhaven home.
Visit our website, check us out on social media, and we hope that we can be a part of your forever home.
I lost my mom, my brother, my brother-in-law, and my wife, all to cancer. That's why I wear lavender, for all cancers.
My mom fought cancer too. I wear pink to honor her and to stand with every family still in that battle.
My sister survived brain cancer. My mom survived breast cancer. I wear gray for my sister and pink for my mom, because survival is possible.
No matter the color, every ribbon tells a story of courage, loss, and hope.
Join us in raising awareness.
Because together, we're stronger than cancer.
Dutch Boy. It's only paint. It's only paint that comes with stain shield technology and an anti-scuff formula. It's only paint that can cover the brightest shade of orange known to mankind in just one coat. It's only paint that will inspire you to write your masterpiece. It's only paint that will help you become TV's hottest writer, where one day you'll meet this guy who starred in that thing. So yeah, it's only paint. Only durable, luxurious, change your life both professionally and romantically. Dutch Boy paint.
Multiply means more for you. Better rates, real rewards, and accounts built to back your goals every step of the way. Great service, smart tools, and new ways to make your money go further. Multiply Credit Union. Dream bigger. Live fully. Be more.
It's Friday with Franco. Dave Franco's here. Plus, from Nobody Wants This, Jackie Tone. All fall, we're all new. Just come join us, won't you?
Friday on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your safety check.
Whoa.
And your weekend getaway. It's more than an SUV. It's your choice. Equinox or Equinox EV.
Now well-qualified buyers get 1.9% financing on 2026 Equinox models, plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
You know, last week at this time, we were enjoying warm and quiet weather. Days of it. Days where temperatures were in the 80s and lows were in the 60s. We've had a definite change in the pattern, one that is more like what you would expect for late October. We saw it develop this past weekend. It's continued this week. We've had a couple of really nice fall days. Now it's time for the uglier side of fall, those dreary days of fall. And the clouds are moving in right now with rain not too far behind. The core of the storm back here, it will drift into New Mexico. Moisture moving north ahead of the storm, generating pockets of showers and thunderstorms. But again, like I said earlier, we're going to have drier air, low-level air blowing in on east to southeast winds, fighting off the rain, at least initially. At some point, I think probably Friday afternoon into Friday night, it'll eventually overcome that drier air to some extent, and we'll have a better chance for some steadier shower activity at that point. For tonight, not expecting much. Now, by sunrise, showers are trying to spill across the state line. Maybe some sprinkles here along Highway 65, but I think the measurable rainfall is going to be closer to I-49. But watch what happens during the day on Friday. You can see how that rain, as it's moving in from the west, it kind of falls apart as it moves east of Highway 65 because of that drier air that's going to be fighting against it. Temperatures tonight dropping into the low 50s west to mid 40s off to the east, and for tomorrow, kind of a tricky forecast. Now, right now, because I think that the rain is going to have a tough time overspreading our eastern counties, there'll be a slower arrival of steadier rain here in Springfield. Looks like we're going to be able to get a little bit warmer than the 56 that I've had forecast up until this point. So maybe a little closer to 60, maybe 59 or 60 for a high tomorrow afternoon, with low to mid 60s over our eastern counties. Now, that storm will continue to move east across the region through the weekend. The risk of any strong thunderstorm activity is going to remain off to the south and southwest. We don't have to worry about that. We don't even really have to worry too much about overly heavy rainfall. So flooding's kind of off the table for our region, but it will be damp and it will be cool. As for rainfall totals, models have been having a tough time, again, because of that battle between the dry air and the rain trying to come in from the west. But with that, it looks like the lightest amounts are going to be over our eastern counties and to the north, and our heavier amounts are going to be over southwest Missouri and in northwest Arkansas, where totals of 1 to 2 inches certainly look possible. But further east, I think we're going to keep rain amounts through the weekend under 1 inch. Temperatures throughout the weekend are not going to change very much. Not much of a range, a 5 to 10 degree temperature range, I think both Saturday and Sunday. Lows in the low 50s. Afternoon highs, I think, in the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Looks like we get a little bit of a break from wet weather as we work through next week, but there will be another system moving into the eastern U.S. by Wednesday, and it's going to carve out a big trough in the eastern half of the United States. And I think that's going to unleash maybe our coldest round of air so far this fall season. So maybe a better chance at some frost by Thursday morning. Also down in the tropics, down in the Caribbean, still watching Tropical Storm Melissa. Forecast become a major hurricane over the next couple of days. It could potentially get close to Category 5 status. And it looks like this storm is going to have an impact on Jamaica, then Cuba, and then the Bahamas as we work through early to middle of next week. As for us, as far as our weather is concerned, looks relatively quiet after the weekend. Again, a chance for maybe a shower on Monday, a few showers possible on Tuesday. Wednesday to Thursday looks dry, and I think for Halloween, Mike, we're still looking at decent weather for trick-or-treaters. I think maybe a mix of clouds and starshine and temperatures falling out of the 50s and into the 40s.
Yeah, going to be time to bundle up. It's not usually very warm in those thin costumes, but hey, with weather like that, you have to get a coat as well. So, all right, Dan, what's up in sports this evening for us?
Coming up, the Lady Panthers are favorites again.
This group, myself included, we haven't accomplished what we really want to accomplish.
Why Drury women's basketball is never satisfied.
The Ozarks First Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
When it comes to getting a good deal on tires, getting more for your money is always better at Big O Tires. From October 20th through November 9th, when you buy 4 in-stock tires, you'll get a free alignment and a free oil change. Only at Big O Tires.
John Wayne Heating and Air wants to save you thousands. Take advantage of 60 months no interest or $1,500 off a new system. Call John Wayne Heating and Air and save big before October 31st for 60 months no interest or $1,500 off a new system.
When you need to know, count on the Ozarks First weather team and Futurecast, certified by WeatherAid for the most accurate forecast in the Ozarks. Futurecast is sponsored by 3 Stone Homes. More home, less money.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, pick your favorite 2025 Tacoma or Tundra with APR financing starting at 1.75%. Save bucks on trucks all month long. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Coming up tomorrow on Unscripted, we're getting in the Halloween spirit with several spooky treats, drinks, and crafts the kids will love.
And we'll have all the details on the Carl Wayne Meekins guitar giveaway coming up Friday night at the Pierce Aero Theater in Branson. See you tomorrow.
Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers take on Vlad Jr. and the Blue Jays.
Friday on Ozarks First, Fox 49.
Big O Service is Missouri's best. Our trusted team outpaces the rest. Show me state coverage wherever you go. We've got you covered at Big O.
Join Ozarks First at the Missouri State football game Wednesday, October 29th, where you can cheer on the Bears against the FIU Panthers, tailgate with some of our on-air personalities, and enjoy $2 hot dogs. Help us fill the stands at Ozarks First game night. Scan the QR code on the screen now to purchase $9 tickets. All for the October 29th game. The Ozarks First Sports Report is sponsored by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks.
Missouri State Bears had late night fun Wednesday out west. Wasn't pretty, but at the end, Mo State had escaped Las Cruces, New Mexico with a 24-17 overtime win against New Mexico State. In our Bear Nation update, the Aggies took advantage of Missouri State penalties and turnovers to get back into the game. This touchdown pass late in the fourth quarter tied the game up at 17. In the overtime, Bears quarterback Jacob Clark hits Ronell Johnson with this 7-yard touchdown to make it a 24-17 Mo State lead. On the Aggies' turn in OT, the Bears' Dylan Dixon would pick off Logan Fife to secure the win, a one-handed interception. It was the Bears' fourth pick of the game. That offset 12 Mo State penalties and 3 turnovers.
If you play clean football, it's not this close. You know, we got to continue to pay attention to detail and do things the right way to put games away and don't have to go to overtime. Play hard enough, long enough, great things happen. It wasn't a clean game. We were able to make a play when we needed it most and come out here with the win. We challenged them this week. All we heard about was we're pretty good for a transitioning FCS program, and I think they took that to heart. They flew around. They were exactly where they needed to be, and they made plays on the ball.
High school football tonight in Nixa, second-ranked team in Class 6. Eagles hosting Glendale. Nixa looking to go 9-0 on the season. The Eagles found the end zone first. Jax Adams scores short touchdown run to make it 7-0. 2 minutes later, the Falcons strike through the air. Cash Newberry to Trevor Heeman, but the extra point was blocked, so it was 7-6. Still in the opening quarter, Adam McKnight goes airborne, hitting Randy Flint on the money. Nixa led 21-6 after the first quarter, and they go on to win this one, the final 63-21. The Drury Panther basketball season for the men and the women right around the corner. And today, the Elite D2 program held its media day. On the women's side, the Drury Lady Panthers were picked to win the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Casey Bailey starting her 3rd year at the Lady Panther helm. And this is the first time her team has been picked to win the league. Last year's team was 17-3 in the conference, but lost in the tournament semifinals. Bailey has 7 returners back and says there is some unfinished business at Drury.
We've had 2 really good years. We've almost won 50 games in 2 years, and as any head coach, like, you'll take that, right? 25 and 22 wins in 2 years is really, really good. But obviously, you know, this group, myself included, we haven't accomplished what we really want to accomplish. We just got to keep trusting the process.
On the men's side, Chris Foster's Panthers are picked to finish 5th in the GLVC. That's the highest his teams have ever been picked in a preseason poll. It's Foster's 5th season at Drury. Last year's team was 14-13 overall, and like most teams in the GLVC, the Panthers have a lot of new faces, but Foster does have returning talent, and Colin Hardrick, who was on the all-freshman team last year, and Zach Howe, the team's leading scorer. 19 of the 20 all-GLVC players have transferred. So being picked 5th isn't that bad.
It's great. It shows that we're respected around the conference, and people are taking notice of what we're doing, certainly a lot higher than we've been picked in the last couple years. So that's encouraging. A lot of new. You know, I think we got 8 new guys, and I would say that's probably on the low end for our league.
Happens with basketball, high school football, week 9 starting tonight. It'll finish up tomorrow. We'll have 1st and 10 as well.
Flying by. All right, thanks, Dan. We're going to check in real quickly with our question of the day. And we were asking, how would you rate your pumpkin carving skills? People still rating themselves 2.8 out of 5 stars. That is more than I would give myself. It's been a few years since I've attempted that with my youngsters. I made a mess. It resembled a face of sorts, but...
I was never good at that either, so I would
it's the mouth. The mouth is tricky.
Yeah, that's always.
Do you want just the basic pumpkin with the square teeth, or do you want to go for it? I think for like the sharp teeth.
You've even got the patterns that come in the kits, and I still screwed it up.
I think that actually makes it harder.
You have to have the right knives.
Yeah, that's the trick. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great one.
Looking to enjoy a beautiful Ozark mountain view with a delicious meal and drink? Then stop by the award-winning Steamy Joe Cafe.
Oh, did you hear about Marie Drabowski? She's going to be in the Golden Years season of Black Veil.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, she's a widow too. It seems Johnny Sr. tragically electrocuted himself at 39. I was going to tell Grace and Buzz about it, but they probably wouldn't care.
I know who would.
Yes, but I can't contact her, remember?
It's a burner. The number can't be traced.
Really?
Really.
Thank you, Captain Wagner.
It's good for one call.
Understood.
The number you have reached is not in service. Please check the number and dial again.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
When your alarm goes off, get going with Daybreak. The first thing you need, first thing in the morning. Daybreak on Ozarks First. First in news, first for you.
Skincare can start in the laundry room. That's why I always recommend All Free Clear for sensitive skin. It's free of dyes and perfumes.
It's a key part of my self-care routine and is gentle for my skin and hers too.
For an effective clean that's gentle on skin, all you need is All Free Clear.
Applebee's new Ultimate Trio. Now with new zesty, crispy pickle fries. Just mix and match 3 apps and 3 sauces to create your own Applebee's Ultimate Trio. All for the ultimate price of $14.99.
Let it storm, let it thunder, high as a mountain, deep as a river, come rain or come shine. Days may be cloudy or sunny, but I'm with you, baby. I'm with you, rain or shine. Come rain or come shine.
Colbert's got an all-new Late Show with Ben Stiller. CBS tonight.
CBS next Thursday. Elsbeth is so quirky.
Animal, why?
It's scary. Annalee Ashford guest stars. A new extra spooky Elsbeth.
Just you wait.
CBS next Thursday at 10/9 Central.
Morris Chestnut is Watson. New CBS Monday at 10/9 Central.
If someone hit you and you ended up here, we can help.
The Law Office of Dr. Brad Bradshaw.
At 10, a big bridge project in West Springfield is being delayed once again. We're talking to a business owner on what they're doing to stay above water during that road closure.
We are absolutely on the precipice of a hunger emergency.
The government shutdown continuing into a third week. Why Democrats say they voted down a proposal to pay federal employees. And then we'll tell you about the bill a Missouri senator is proposing to help families who are facing an end to their SNAP food stamp benefits. Your news at 10 starts right now.
This is Ozarks First News at 10.
Great to see you here at 10. I'm Mike Landis. We begin tonight with a look at our weather. Here is a live look over the skies of downtown Springfield. Certainly a chilly evening out there, right around 54 degrees. Gonna need to bundle up if you're heading out there for any reason this evening. We're gonna check in with Jamie. And Jamie, it's been dry for a bit now. Looks like we got some color on the radar behind you there.
We've managed to string together some nice days here as well, fall days, and now we've got to deal with the dreary side of fall. It's coming. Cloud started working in towards sunset. If you were out, you probably noticed that bank of high cloudiness moving in at sunset. They've overspread southwest Missouri and northwest Arkansas. They thicken up as you get further west, and they're actually yielding some rain in southeast Kansas and northeast Oklahoma. The beginning stages of a wetter pattern for us. Right now we're sitting at 57. Clouds are going to keep temperatures warmer overnight tonight. Looks like we get down to close to 50. I don't expect temperatures to warm up a lot during the day on Friday, but there may be enough dryness during the day, meaning that it's going to be tough to get the rain in very quickly, that we have a shot at getting up to close to 60 for a daytime high. So we'll talk more about the struggles that rain will have. We'll take a look also at the rainfall totals that we'll have through the upcoming weekend and the colder weather that we're going to see by the end of next week. Mike?
All right, see you soon, Jamie. Well, the Oregon County Sheriff's Office is telling people to stay alert as they look for a man wanted for a homicide in Fulton County, Arkansas. Welcome here to your news at 10. I'm Mike Landis. Now, the Sheriff's Office says Jacob Smith could be traveling through the county. He's 6'2", 165 pounds, and you see he has quite a few tattoos there. If you see him, you're being asked to call 911. Well, a house fire in Branson leaves one woman dead and sent a man to the hospital. Crews responded to the home on Oklahoma Street around 4 Thursday morning. When fire crews got there, the home was fully engulfed in flames. They found one man had escaped, but was told a woman was still inside. Despite life-saving efforts, she was pronounced dead there at the scene. Investigators say it looks like a power cord running to a space heater possibly caused that fire. We have an update for you on a deadly bear attack that happened in Newton County, Arkansas. Now, test results reveal the bear shot and killed by authorities was not the one involved in the mauling of Max Thomas from Springfield earlier this month. Thomas had been camping in Newton County, Arkansas when he was attacked. The new result says the DNA samples collected did not match the profile of the black bear that was put down. And now Arkansas Game and Fish commissioners are concerned because the bear responsible is still out there somewhere. With these new findings, the campground where the attack took place will remain closed as officials continue to search for the correct animal. Well, tonight, 2 men have been arrested and charged in 2 separate investigations surrounding violence outside of this popular Springfield nightclub. Police were called to Club Rodeo this past weekend when a woman was shot in a parking lot and taken to the hospital in critical condition. Now, this man here, Zachary Defengreed, has been charged in that case with unlawful use of a weapon. Greene County Prosecutor Dan Patterson tells us more charges could be filed. In another investigation, prosecutors say in August, Hunter Rogers confronted a person in the club over a girl. Rogers is charged now with assault and is being held on a $100,000 bond for apparently beating the victim, according to police, causing several broken bones. Police say Rogers is also connected to another assault that happened in January, also there at Club Rodeo.
It seems to be all our projects kind of tend to wait longer and longer as they go on.
And we're learning tonight from MoDOT that the completion of the Sunshine Street Bridge project has been delayed to the end of the year. The plan to replace the 60-year-old span began back in August, and it was supposed to have been done by the beginning of December. Ozarks First Michael McLaughlin joining us live tonight from the construction site after speaking to a driver and a business owner impacted. And Michael, what did MoDOT say the issue was there at the site?
Yeah, so MoDOT said that the delay is due to construction progress as well as recent weather issues. And with the part of Chestnut Expressway being closed this week, some of those remaining detours are starting to get backed up.
Definitely having to go down all these side roads like Bennett and all that kind of stuff has slowed it down.
Wyatt Hill says the delay is disappointing, but he's not surprised.
Springfield, it kind of happens. It seems to be all our projects kind of tend to wait longer and longer as they go on.
With a week-long closure on Chestnut in place, detour options are shrinking.
Chestnut is also another main road that everyone takes, so closing that down just limits another main road that a lot of people would take.
Hill tells me other routes like Bennett are getting more congested as a result.
It's huge. People are crazy. I mean, it's never been this busy ever.
Herson Aparicio has operated his business near the bridge with other food vendors for years. He tells me the project continues to affect sales.
We've been here almost 3 years, and wintertime is always a battle for a food truck's owner. So now with the constructions been slow 3 months before the wintertime, 4 months before the wintertime, it's going to put us in a bind.
He tells me he also is experiencing more issues with traffic due to the closures.
I live on Grand Street, just right before you get to West Bypass, and my street, I mean, I live right off the Grand, and my street, I noticed that in the last 2 months, it's been, I want to say 50% more traffic than normal. And right in that corner, it's just like you can see it sitting in my porch, the traffic is bumper to bumper.
With the most recent delay, Aparicio tells me he's been looking into other options.
So I've been considered about, go either more south or more southeast, since there's a lot of work going on almost on the west side, northwest side of the Springfield. But yes, I've been thinking about it just to try to survive.
I'm also told that the contractor is working 6 days a week in order to regain that lost time, and that most drivers won't be able to see the work getting done since it's underneath the bridge. Reporting live in Springfield, I'm Michael McLaughlin, Ozarks First.
Retailer Big Lots went bankrupt and closed all of its stores across the country, including several right here in Southwest Missouri. But the 2 empty spots in Springfield have not stayed vacant for long. Ollie's Bargain Outlet is opened in the old Big Lots on East Battlefield, having its grand opening just this morning at 9 a.m. It's part of the national chain's expansion into our region. Now, earlier this month, you might recall we reported that the other former Big Lots in town on Kansas Expressway was being converted into a Tractor Supply Company store. A TSC spokesperson told us that new North Springfield store will have a soft opening on November the 15th. Well, over our shoulder here is a live look at our nation's capital as day 23 of the government shutdown comes to a close. On Thursday, the Senate failed to advance a Republican proposal to pay federal employees and military members who are working without pay currently.
I don't want them delivering for DoorDash. I don't want them driving Uber. I want them coming to their facilities and controlling the airspace.
The Democrats who rejected the proposal argued the bill would give the White House broad authority to determine which federal workers get paid and which ones do not.
You've read the remarks of Russ Vought, the head of OMB. He wants to visit, quote, trauma on federal employees, and he wants to fire a lot of them. He has said so.
That's, again,
but that's an important piece here.
There's still no official negotiation underway between Democratic and Republican leaders at this time. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley introducing legislation to allow low-income Americans to keep getting their food stamp benefits. The food aid program is set to run out of funding on November 1st because of the shutdown. Now, about 650,000 Missourians get SNAP benefits from the program, and 42 million people across the country. We spoke to Senator Hawley today, who tells us families in need should be able to eat.
And I just think it's wrong to say to 750,000 people in Missouri, sorry, you're not going to be able to feed your kids this month because Congress is in the middle of a big fight over funding and the government shutdown and this and that and the other thing. I just think that's wrong.
Hawley also introducing a bill to reopen Farm Service Agency offices across the state, which coordinate agricultural programs. Meantime, daycares are bracing for what they could be seeing as an impact. Head Start programs in Pulaski County, Arkansas say they will have to temporarily shut down if Congress does not approve more funding. More than 400 kids and 130 employees in the area could be without classrooms or paychecks come November 1st. The director at the Child Development Center says the impacts are already being felt by those centers.
Several of our families are having to decide if they're going to be able to make those payments or not and remain in childcare.
Workers say parents are calling daily trying to find childcare options as other centers prepare for their own layoffs. Still to come tonight at 10, Americans are feeling the pinch when trying to get their morning coffee. What lawmakers are trying to do to help.
And clouds and showers are streaking across Kansas and Oklahoma toward the Ozarks. There's a fight, though, that's going to be brewing on Friday between dry air to the east and the rain coming in. Who wins? What does it mean for temperatures? That's in your forecast coming up.
This is Ozarks First News at 10 with Mike Landis, Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warrener, and Sports with Dan Lucy. Certified most accurate forecast in the Ozarks 9 years in a row by Weathering. Join Ozarks First at the Missouri State football game Wednesday, October 29th. where you can cheer on the Bears against the FIU Panthers, tailgate with some of our on-air personalities, and enjoy $2 hot dogs. Help us fill the stands at Ozarks First game night. Scan the QR code on the screen now to purchase $9 tickets, all for the October 29th game.
At Marshfield Chevrolet, we have 200 quality pre-owned vehicles on the lot. Chevy Equinox, Blazer, Silverado, Trax, and more. GMC Sierra, Acadia, Encore, and Yukons. We've got deals for everyone, with 35-plus vehicles under $22,000. Competitive financing rates available. Got a trade or just need some cash? We want to buy your vehicle, even if you don't buy from us. Marshfield Chevrolet, just a short drive east from Springfield on Highway 44. Or online at marshfieldchevrolet.com.
Are you ready to create your dream kitchen? At Southern Materials, we cater to every style and budget. Whether you desire a modern look or traditional farmhouse feel, we have your perfect match. From cabinets, countertops, and flooring to tile and plumbing fixtures, Southern Materials makes sure every aspect of your new kitchen is covered. Southern Materials, the best products for the best homes. Schedule your consultation today.
There's no reason to check under the bed. We know where the monsters are this month. They're at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. Giant fire-breathing monsters like you've never seen before. Bring the kids and join the fun at the O'Reilly Auto Parts Outlaw Monster Truck Show. Eve of Destruction, October 25th. It's a night of monstrous fun. Only at Lucas Oil Speedway. Advanced discount tickets available at O'Reilly Auto Parts stores and online at lucasoilspeedway.com. Lucas Oil Speedway, where motorsports come to life.
Well, today was another beautiful fall day, crisp morning, mild afternoon. Well, now it's time to deal with the uglier side of fall. We've got clouds and wet weather that's going to be spilling in here over the next 24 hours. Right now, the beginning stages of that cloudier, wetter process. Clouds overspreading the area and rain not far behind over in eastern Kansas and eastern Oklahoma. The core of the storm, though, is still located back here in southeast Utah, and it's going to be drifting into New Mexico. Ahead of that, moisture is streaming north, helping to generate these pockets of showers and thunderstorms. Meanwhile, further east, there's a lot of dry air located in this area, and we're going to see this steady flow of drier air on east to southeast winds. So that's going to create some resistance for this rain to move into. So there's going to be a fight over our area on Friday. It looks like the showers are going to have a tough time overspreading all of the area because of that dry air, but eventually it will win, and we are going to find a showery pattern unfolding for the remainder of the weekend through Saturday and Sunday. But again, the onset of the rain there may be a bit of a struggle there. As far as tonight, looks quiet, clouds thickening up. I think by morning we've got some sprinkles here near Highway 65. Measurable rainfall located closer to I-49. Watch what happens with those showers. Again, it looks like the rain's coming in, and then notice as it moves from west to east through the area how the eastern edge of it really kind of falls apart. So I think what we're seeing for tomorrow is that the steadier, heavier rainfall is going to be west of Highway 65. Meanwhile, areas east of Highway 65, many spots will see very little or no measurable rainfall on Friday. Temperatures tonight dropping into the low 50s west, mid to upper 40s across our eastern counties. Highs tomorrow, kind of tough to pin down because I think, again, the onset of the rain is going to have a role in how warm we can get. It looks like it moves in fast enough and it's steady enough so that we have highs in the mid to upper 50s back toward I-49. Here in Springfield, I think we get close to 60 for a high tomorrow afternoon, and then areas further east, low 60s common and maybe even mid 60s down toward the mountain home area. Now, as far as severe weather chances this weekend, remember last weekend we had to contend with that on Saturday. We don't have to worry about that with this storm system. Any risk for that's going to be well to our south or southwest. We are going to find a cloudy, damp, cool period of weather for Saturday and Sunday. Rainfall totals, that too is a little tough to pin down because of that fight. That dry air is going to continue to feed in on east to southeast winds, and that is going to, again, present some resistance for that rain. It looks like the heavier rainfall amounts will be over our western counties and in northwest Arkansas, where totals of 1 to 2 inches certainly look possible. But east of Highway 65, many spots are going to have amounts of maybe a half an inch to an inch of rainfall. And this is through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures also will be impacted by the cloudy, damp pattern. It looks like not much of a temperature range. We start off in the low 50s both days, with afternoon highs probably in the mid to upper 50s to near 60 degrees Saturday and Sunday. Next week, it looks like by the middle of the week, a big trough is going to get carved out across the eastern half of the United States. That's going to unleash some colder air. Looks like we will find maybe our coldest weather so far this fall season moving in for the second half of next week. That will make it more likely for some frost, I think, Thursday morning of next week and maybe again Friday morning, which is Halloween. Yes, and for trick-or-treaters, it looks like we are going to find, I think, quiet weather, temperatures falling out of the 50s into the 40s that evening with partly cloudy skies.
Yeah, it looks pretty typical for Halloween. At least we finally got Halloween-type weather in time for the actual day.
In time for Halloween.
All right, thanks, Jamie. This brings us to our question of the day. And speaking of Halloween, we're asking, how would you rate your pumpkin carving skills? It looks like folks who out of 5 stars would give themselves a 2.8. So let us know how you would do if you were given the tools and the pumpkin to get the job done. Scan that QR code or go to our website, ozarksfirst.com. Well, there's a lot of American farmers now pushing back against some of President Trump's policies. They include the trade war with China and other issues upending the finances of a lot of American farmers. China is the world's biggest soybean importer, but the country stopped purchasing the crop from America, making it unprofitable for a lot of farmers. And to help out, the Trump administration says it would bring back essential workers at the USDA and unfreeze $3 billion. But some farmers say the policies are making it less likely that foreign buyers will ever come back, putting their livelihoods at stake. There's a bipartisan push to lower coffee prices in the U.S. Democratic Congressman Ro Khanna and Republican Congressman Don Bacon are asking the president to exempt coffee from reciprocal tariffs. They also introduced the No Coffee Tax Act to repeal the tariffs altogether. Recent economic data shows coffee prices are up 20% from last year.
Only 1% is grown here in Hawaii and Puerto Rico. And by that way, that 1% is exported. It's not even served in American markets.
The White House says coffee is eligible to be exempt from tariffs if agreed on in trade deals. Coming up, another Super Bowl halftime show pick is facing controversy. What the president is saying about the NFL's decision.
Coming up tomorrow after daybreak on Unscripted, we're getting in the Halloween spirit with several spooky treats, drinks, and crafts the kids will love.
And we'll have all the details on the Carl Wayne Meekins guitar giveaway coming up Friday night at the Pierce Arrow Theater in Branson. See you bright and early tomorrow morning after daybreak.
Why do so many people choose Never Say No Auto when purchasing a new car? Here's what one of our employees has to say.
I've worked at several car dealerships that offered similar financing programs. I got frustrated because I just couldn't get a lot of them approved, or the payments were just more than they could afford. At Never Say No Auto, I can get all of my customers approved, regardless of your credit situation.
Come see us at Never Say No Auto, 1418 North Glenstone in Springfield, or in Bolivar, just 1 block south of Walmart. New quality cars with payments you can afford. Branson's Grand Village invites you to Kringle's, Missouri's grandest Christmas shop. Discover bright wonders and holiday surprises around every corner. Shop early for this year's new holiday decorations and gifts before they're gone. At Kringle's Village Treasures, you'll find unique and exciting gifts sure to bring a smile to anyone. Drop in next door at Mel's Hard Luck Diner, where the show surrounds you as we sing for your supper. Enjoy dinner favorites and satisfy your sweet tooth with Branson's best soda fountain treats. Fun music, super food, great shopping. Come see us.
Bailey Stroll on Ozarks First. First in news, first for you.
At Schuber Mitchell, we're building new construction homes that blend classic masonry exteriors with elevated, luxurious interiors, all at an affordable price. We take pride in our simple, transparent process, which makes buying your dream home easier than ever. Our floor plans range between a cozy 1,200 square foot cottage to a spacious 3,000 square foot home. We can help you find that perfect place where you and your whole family will love coming home.
Spinal decompression can solve the problem causing your back or neck pain by replenishing your spinal discs. Cherry Health Center is the Ozarks Spinal Decompression Authority. Go to cherryhealthcenter.com or give us a call for pain relief that lasts.
I lost my mom, my brother, my brother-in-law, and my wife, all to cancer. That's why I wear lavender, for all cancers.
My mom fought cancer too. I wear pink to honor her and to stand with every family still in that battle.
My sister survived brain cancer. My mom survived breast cancer. I wear gray for my sister and pink for my mom, because survival is possible.
No matter the color, every ribbon tells a story of courage, loss, and hope.
Join us in raising awareness.
Because together, we're stronger than cancer.
Well, check this out. First responders and other agencies rescuing a person trapped on a broadcast tower in the St. Louis area. They say a trespasser climbed 900 feet up a television tower's broadcast antenna right there. The worker tried climbing after the man but couldn't catch him. So the worker then had his crew raise him on a basket and stop the man from climbing higher. 3 first responders then went up to complete the rescue.
He's shaking and he's gripping the ladder. He won't let go of the ladder. He's death gripping the ladder. So I get my arms around him and I'm bear hugging him. And I was just really trying my best to stay calm, telling him, stop, please stop.
Authorities took the man to the hospital and he is in police custody tonight.
Bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit.
Well, in New York State, federal, state, and local officials announced dozens of arrests in connection with 2 criminal cases targeting online sports betting and poker games involving the mafia. Among those facing allegations are NBA head coach and a player. CBS News correspondent Kristen Benavides has the details on that tonight.
Your winning streak has ended. Your luck has run out.
Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat player Terry Rozier were among dozens arrested Thursday for allegedly taking part in illegal gambling operations.
The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
Billups, an NBA Hall of Famer, was charged with taking part in a conspiracy to fix high-stakes card games in Las Vegas, Miami, Manhattan, and the Hamptons. Games allegedly backed by organized crime families.
These defendants, which include former professional athletes, used high-tech cheating technology to steal millions of dollars from victims in underground poker games that were secretly fixed.
Prosecutors say this was one of the rigged shuffling machines used to count cards, and this an X-ray poker table that could read cards when they were face down. The second indictment involves individual wagers called prop bets.
This scheme is an insider sports betting conspiracy that exploited confidential information about National Basketball Association athletes and teams.
Rozier was charged with sharing insider information. In 2023, he allegedly faked an injury to leave a game early when he was playing for the Charlotte Hornets.
Rozier exited the game after just 9 minutes, and those bets paid out, generating tens of thousands of dollars in profit.
An attorney for Rozier said he is not a gambler and called Thursday's actions a photo op. Billups appeared in a Portland courtroom and was released. Christian Benavides, CBS News, Miami.
What was a surprising announcement yesterday for a lot of fans, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is defending the league's decision to select Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny is one of the most popular performers in the world right now, but a lot of conservatives, including the president, say the Grammy-winning artist will turn off NFL fans.
I don't know why they're doing it. It's like crazy. And then they blame it on some promoter that they hired to pick up entertainment. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
And criticism is also stemming from Bad Bunny only performing in Spanish. The Secretary of Department of Homeland Security says ICE agents will be at the Super Bowl game for immigration enforcement.
Coming up in sports, the Lady Panthers are favorites again.
This group, myself included, we haven't accomplished what we really want to accomplish.
Why Drury women's basketball is never satisfied.
Need a replacement part fast? Text us a photo and we'll find it in store for you. Harry Cooper Supply.
Thank you for being here for the News Nation Town Hall.
I want to know where you get your information.
Where do those facts come from?
A News Nation special report.
News Nation is the first inside.
News Nation was the first to get this exclusive access.
You got to know as much as you can know.
News Nation allows us to be different. The idea of playing to just one side,
nope,
that's not a talent.
That's what made it so fantastic.
Yeah.
Be a critical thinker and be skeptical, not cynical. That's News Nation.
Indigo Sky Casino is treating all October with cash prizes. No tricks, no catches. Over $1 million in total cash and Go Rewards prizes. Wednesdays in October, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m., play your favorite gaming machine or table game for your chance to win $200 in Go Rewards prizes. Delicious food, your favorite adult beverages, live weekend entertainment. Indigo has it all. Friday, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri. IndigoSkyCasino.com for information.
A little more slack.
Plug it in.
Whoever said work smarter, not harder, didn't realize you could do both.
Get 0.9% plus $32.50 cash on F-150 or lease F-150 for $499 a month and 0 down.
Get big savings at Menards. All prices after 11% rebate. Weatherize your home with DAP all-purpose caulking, just $177. All-season windshield washer fluid is only $2.29 a gallon. 2 and 1/2 hour fire logs are just $4.44. A big jug of extra laundry detergent is only $7.99. Hurry, these great deals won't last long. Sign up for Menards emails to get the weekly flyer plus exclusive daily flash sales right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
Get real relief that lasts from back or neck pain with spinal decompression. Spinal decompression relieves the pressure on your spinal discs. This creates a vacuum-like effect, pulling nutrients and fluids back into your discs, increasing your disc height, relieving nerve pain, and allows your spinal discs to heal, providing lasting relief. Cherry Health Center was the first to offer decompression in the Ozarks. Go to cherryhealthcenter.com or give us a call to get relief that lasts from back or neck pain.
Missouri State Bears had late night fun Wednesday out west. Wasn't pretty, but at the end, Mo State escaped Las Cruces, New Mexico with a 24-17 overtime win against New Mexico State. The Aggies took advantage of Missouri State penalties and turnovers to get back into the ball game. This touchdown pass late in the fourth quarter tied the game up at 17, sent it into overtime. In the OT, the Bears quarterback Jacob Clark hits Renell Johnson with this 7-yard touchdown to make it 24-17 Mo State. On the Aggies' turn in OT, the Bears' Dylan Dixon picks off Logan Fife to secure the victory. It was the Bears' 4th interception of the game. That offset 12 Mo State penalties and 3 turnovers.
If you play clean football, it's not this close. You know, we got to continue to pay attention to detail and do things the right way to put games away and don't have to go to overtime. Play hard enough, long enough, great things happen. It wasn't a clean game. We were able to make a play when we needed it most and come out here with a win. We challenged them this week. All we heard about was we're pretty good for a transitioning FCS program, and I think they took that to heart. They flew around. They were exactly where they needed to be, and they made plays on the ball.
High school football tonight in Nixa, second-ranked team in Class 6. The Eagles hosting Glendale, and the Eagles found the end zone first. Jax Adams with a short touchdown to make it 7-0. 2 minutes later, the Falcons would strike through the air. Cash Newberry to Trevor Heeman, but the extra point was blocked, so Glendale was down 7-6. Still in the opening quarter, Adam McKnight goes airborne, hitting Randy Flint on the money. Nixa led 21-6 after the first quarter, and they rolled to a 63-21 win. The Eagles are 9-0. The Drury Panther basketball season for men and women right around the corner. Today, the Elite D2 program held its media day. On the women's side, the Drury Lady Panthers were picked to win the Great Lakes Valley Conference. Casey Bailey is starting her 3rd year at the Lady Panthers helm, and this is the first time her team has been picked to win the league. Last year's team was 17-3 in the conference, but lost in the tournament semifinals. Bailey has 7 players back and says there is some unfinished business at Drury.
We've had 2 really good years. We've almost won 50 games in 2 years, and as any head coach, like, you'll take that, right? 25 and 22 wins in 2 years is really, really good. But obviously, you know, this group, myself included, we haven't accomplished what we really want to accomplish. We just got to keep trusting the process.
On the men's side, Chris Foster's Panthers are picked to finish 5th in the GLVC. That's the highest his team has ever been picked in the preseason poll. It's his 5th year at Drury. Last year's team was 14-13 overall. Like most teams in the GLVC, the Panthers have a lot of new faces, but Foster does have some returning talent. And Colin Hardrick, who was on the all-freshman team last year, and Zach Howell, the team's leading scorer. Also, 19 of 20 all GLVC players have transferred. So being picked 5th isn't that bad.
It's great. It shows that we're respected around the conference, and people are taking notice of what we're doing, certainly a lot higher than we've been picked in the last couple years. So that's encouraging. A lot of new. I think we got 8 new guys, and I would say that's probably on the low end for our league.
It's going to wrap it up for sports. Mike in the news. We'll be right back.
So Wildhaven Homes is going to be the premier builder in Arkansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Tennessee.
So ideally at Wildhaven Homes, we're looking for families that want a legacy. We want to go past just the idea of building cookie cutter homes and be able to do something that transcends time.
Whatever you want from a barn door perspective, we can provide that.
Why Wildhaven? Because you're going to be part of our family, and that's how we're going to treat you. And we're going to be there with you every step of the way, building your perfect Wildhaven home.
Visit our website, check us out on social media, and we hope that we can be a part of your forever home.
Upgrade your back patio by adding a patio cover and motorized screens for modern exteriors and get up to $1,500 off.
Modern exteriors, where quality and price become friends.
Buffalo Run Casino and Resort is proud to welcome pop punk rockers Bowling for Soup to the Peoria Showplace stage Saturday, November 29th. Get your 18 and up tickets now at BuffaloRun.com. Saturday, November 29th, it's Bowling for Soup at Buffalo Run Casino and Resort, I-44 exit 313, Miami, Oklahoma.
It's fall in the Ozarks at Silver Dollar City's Harvest Festival. With crafts and cowboys by day and larger-than-life pumpkin creations that light up the night. Silver Dollar City, the heart of the Ozarks.
Matt Hefner on Ozarks First. First in weather, first for you.
Why do you keep repeating traditional treatments for back or neck pain? Get real relief that lasts with spinal decompression. Cherry Health Center was the first to offer decompression in the Ozarks. Go to cherryhealthcenter.com or give us a call for pain relief that lasts.
Good sleep is essential to life, health, and happiness. And all good sleep starts with the right mattress. With Doctor's Choice from Denver Mattress, you'll find the perfect combination of body cradling comfort and reactive support. And with 10 levels of comfort to choose from, I put my trust in Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush. Patients ask me how I treat my own back issues, and I suggest they turn to Doctor's Choice at Denver Mattress.
It's what I did and continue to do to maintain my active lifestyle.
Spinal decompression can solve the problem causing your back or neck pain by replenishing your spinal discs. Cherry Health Center is the Ozarks Spinal Decompression Authority. Go to cherryhealthcenter.com or give us a call for pain relief that lasts.
Purple and green.
And we have the responses to the question of the day. And today we asked, on a scale of 1 to 5, how would you rate your pumpkin carving skills? 2.8 out of 5 is what most people say they are. So that's pretty confident, because I would not even give myself that. Looks like there's a lot of experts out there. I would say 2.8 is an expert compared to a lot of us. So good for them. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night on Friday. Enjoy your evening.
President Trump now says plans for his White House ballroom will cost $300 million, and the entire east wing of the White House will be destroyed.
There will be